Welcome to the Halloween Soap Scoop. And that's enough of that. I'm Toby Earl. Welcome to this week's Soap Scoop, where I name and shame soap's worst villains and love rats each week. If you've ever wondered how a gentleman of a certain age winds up in the arms of a mature lady, watch EastEnders, because Archie transforms a fire into the flames of passion this week. Janine suggests burning down the Vic to make it look like an insurance scam, a prospect that lights up Archie's eyes. When word gets out that the Vic is losing money, their plan appears perfect, so Archie nicks Billy's wallet, intending to frame him for the impending inferno. But Janine has second thoughts, so Archie takes over and heads to the pub's cellar. He's not as nimble as he used to be though, and while starting the blaze his noise alerts Peggy. She discovers him emerging from the flame-damaged cellar and, before long, accuses him of starting the fire and trying to frame Billy. But he capitalises on her weakness for him and her saucy penchant for failed arson and grabs her, and she's soon melting like a cheap candle. Ding dong. Roy likes to look for the good in people, but it's a struggle with Tony Gordon. He feels that Tony's confession was the truth and wants to go to the Rozzers. But Hayley reminds him that people thought Maria was mad when she ran around claiming Tony murdered Liam. It's a big call. Here's Roy dialing 999 with Hayley begging him not to. So, what does he do? He hangs up, reluctantly, and tries to forget about it. But he's a man of conscience, so he may yet be picking up the phone. Joe also has a big week. He renames his boat Gale Force, cripes, then gets down on one knee to the former Mrs. Platt. Will Gale capsize the love boat? Spencer winds up in hospital with first-degree burns in Hollyoaks after he decides to hold on to a firework after he's lit it. But that explosion pales in comparison to the heat generated by Calvin and Mercedes. The sexy pair get together after she and Malachi flirt with customers at the loft to try and encourage more custom. Later, she tries to continue the mood, but he says he's too tired, and it's not long before he tells her she's suffocating him. She's not that heavy, is she? The poor hurt lamb immediately turns to Calvin for comfort. Wonder how his wife Carmel, Mercedes' sister, will feel about that. David is completely gutted when he proposes to Layla in front of a packed wool pack. Everything's right, the mood, his words, the real ale, but she turns him down. Little does he know, however, that his beloved is being blackmailed by that blackguard Nathan Wilde. Layla breaks down on Doug and tells him why she couldn't say yes to David, and when David spots her talking to Nathan, they look like burnt toast. But Pollard decides to investigate, and after talking to Layla, later reveals that she very much does love him. Huzzah! Expect a second proposal soon. That's all this week. Come back next week for more soap previews only at whatsontv.co.uk. Keep clicking.